chapter 1, verse 16 through verse 18. Read for me, sugar.
For I am not ashamed of the gospel of Christ, for it is the power of God unto salvation to everyone that believeth, to the Jew first, and also to the Greek. For therein is the righteousness of God revealed from faith to faith. As it is written, the just shall live by faith. For the wrath of God is revealed from heaven against all ungodliness and unrighteousness of men who hold the truth in unrighteousness. Amen.
All right, thank you, Sister People. And this is part 2 of the gospel. I love it just the way it is. The gospel, I love it just the way it is. It's a part of it. It's my foundation. It's my information. It's my inspiration. It's my strength.
Yes.
You know, whatever I need, the gospel is that to me when I need it.
Amen.
So I love the gospel. In the Old Testament, David, I believe, said, Lord, I love your word, your commandments, you know, your judgments. I love them. That's the only way that we gonna ever really please God is we've got to learn how to love him through his word.
Amen.
You know, without the word, you really don't know nothing about them.
That's right. All right.
Or very little.
Right.
You know, you might know he woke you up this morning, and you might know that he keeps you alive, but there's more to God than that.
That's right. That's right.
And then the reason why you have to love him and love his word is because a lot of things that he's the word call upon you to do and God call upon you to do, it's not going to always be in good taste.
Yeah.
It's not going to always be comfortable. But if you love it, you know, you'll stick with it through the rough times. Come on. See, you know, it's true that the gospel is good news, but all good news is not pain free.
All right. That's right.
You know, I heard a minister the other day quoting the scripture in 1 Corinthians chapter 2, where it says, I had not seen, neither ear heard, neither have it entered into the heart of man. And he said the good things that God has in store for you, but that's not what the scripture says. The scripture says the things that God has in store for you. See, everything that God has in store for you, good for you, but it ain't gonna be good to you. Come on, see. You know, being lied on can be good for you, but it don't feel good. Come on, see. Persecution, you know, is part of our heritage as Christians, but it don't feel good. You know? So we need to quit adding that. And we assume because God said it, and you know, we can throw that in there, the good things, see, to throw folk off. And then somebody come along, a new convert, and they think he said the good things, and then something else go to happen that don't feel so good. Then that's what makes people backslide.
Right.
You know, when they're told one thing and then experience something else. See? But Peter said in 1 Peter 4:12, beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trials, which are to try you, as though some strange thing happened unto you. See? So we have to arm ourselves.
Right.
See? As Christ suffered and flesh, arm yourself likewise with the same mind. See? When he came, he knew exactly what was in store. So here Paul is in this 16th verse. He makes a strange statement. When you know about the life of Paul, he makes a strange statement, but then when you know, again, Paul is strange, but you know it's just like him.
Yeah.
He said, I'm not ashamed
I'm not ashamed of the
of
gospel.
the gospel of Christ. See? For it is the power of God unto salvation. I'm not ashamed of it. Now listen, it's got me in trouble more than once. You know, that Sunday we touched on how it got him thrown in the Philippian jail. You know, and got him beaten and one time they left him, beat him, and left him for dead. See? Paul revived and got up and went right on back. Went right on back to the city and took up where he left off. You know, come on. See? He laughed at. What that was in Athens. Paul, he said, much learning has made you mad. You crazy. See? And out of all of those things that happened to Paul, still he says, I love the gospel. See? Come on, see? Another translation for that word, I'm not ashamed, is I'm proud of it. You know, come on, see? But he loved God and he loved his word. And you can't separate them. If you love God, then you got to love his word. See? See, now, watch that. If you love him, then you love his word.
That's right.
So when he says, know ye this, that if they lied on me, they're going to lie on you. Then and if you love his word, you love what? You're scared to say it. You love being lied on. That's his word. Oh, come on here now. See, come on. See? Come on. Now, you say, oh, come on, Pastor. Now listen, anybody here that ever been in love know that love hurts sometimes.
Sure does.
Come on. See? So don't be scared to say it. The word said it. So now if the word said it, and I love him and love his word, and his word said it.
You're right.
See? Come on. You see how sometimes we can miss things that's real important to us. See? Come on. See? Now, like I said, if you ever been in love, you know it sometimes it hurt. But you stayed with it. See? Why? Because I love the individual. I don't appreciate what they've done, but I love them. See? So in essence, if you love them, then you saying, I'm going to stay with them, so I love what they did. Come on. See? And see, all things like that is a test. It shows you, see, free folk always got a choice. You can't have a choice that you got something to compare with. Come on. See, people don't just, you know, if you trying to choose, say for instance, you're gonna take a vacation. You got everything it takes, the money and everything, and here you are, you saying, well, I would like to go to such a place, but then I'd like to go to such a place too. Now, if you ain't got but one place to go to, that means you ain't got no choice.
Amen.
See? So it don't make no difference what else you would have done, since that's all you can do, then you come on. See? But most time when we get ready to do something, when we get ready to buy something, we always compare it. We do research. We compare it. See? Because that's what free folk do. Come on. See? It's a part of your freedom. See? When you're not free, you know, you just go, here, this is it. Come on. See?
Amen.
Come on. See? So I'm saying that to say this is that when God set you free, but you always got a choice, because if you don't have a choice, you're not free. So now, if I've got a choice, I can either accept and rejoice, like the Bible said, when I'm being persecuted or lied on, or I can sit down and have a pity party and why me? Lord, why did this happen to me? Lord, I live with, and Lord, why did, see? Come on. So you either got one, you got two choices. You can either rejoice or you can complain. And listen, now, if you complain, that just makes the problem more complex. It agitates. Whereas if you rejoice, the problem might not leave. But the point is, the problem is still there. But listen, the rejoicing is the thing that's got me.
All right.
Now, you say, well, Pastor, now what are you talking about? See, Lord, thank you that you counted me worthy to be lied on. I know a year ago, 2 years ago, listen, I'd have fainted under something like this. But here I am 2 years later, and I'm encountering this, and listen, I might not be just having a Holy Ghost fit. But I'm encouraged to walk with you anyhow. You know, that's one of the things that in Isaiah where it says, they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint. Now, the running and the flying, you know, anybody can contend with that. But the real test is, the real thing to find out whether you really want to go with God or not is when you get to walking. See, walking, you have time to contemplate things. You have time to look things over when you're walking, opposed to running and flying. You see, so and then it gives the devil a better shot at you. See, he can deal with you then, see, because you're walking, you're at a pace, so he can bring things up, you know, and all of that. And if you still keep walking and still stay encouraged, even with all of the accusations that he bring against you, and remind you of all the time that, you know, you see, you shouldn't have done this or that, you end up with a fool. You just, you know, if you still walk after then, you know you got this thing down there. Come on. See? If you don't faint when you're walking, then you know you done got hold of something. Come on. See, come on. So Paul said, after all that's happened to me,
I'm not ashamed
I'm not ashamed
of the gospel.
of the gospel of Christ.
For it is the
For
power,
it is,
the power of God unto salvation.
see, I find what I need in that to keep me going.
That's it.
See, it got me in trouble, but it kept me in trouble.
That's it. Yeah.
It not only kept me in trouble, but it brought me out.
Yeah.
Oh, glory to God. See, when I was in trouble, it kept me to the point I had peace to where I could sing and pray and sing praises unto God. When I should have been down and discouraged and got my back striped up, I should have been in misery, but instead of being in misery, I had a prayer meeting. Woo, glory to God. See, done been like that all that time, and at midnight, you got to know that the stripes, that done got sore, but still, does he complain? No. Sang and pray, sang, prayed and sang praises unto God. And the Bible said that the prisoners heard them. So that could explain why when the doors come open, the prisoner didn't leave. They heard something that made them want to stay with the people. Oh, y'all, come on here. You don't never know if you take the right attitude about your trial. You don't never know who you have. They might not say nothing, but they listened. The Bible says that the prison joined in with them, but they heard.
That's right.
Oh, see? So every time I encounter something, I wind up in a situation, but I always remember that he brought me out of situation. But listen, and not only that, but he kept me in a situation. So I'm not ashamed of the gospel because that's power in it. In Hebrews, it says, the word of God is quick and powerful and sharper than any two-edged sword, piercing even to the dividing
Of soul and spirit, and of the joints and the marrow.
It can get out of wherever it needs to be. Come on, see, wherever the problem is, it knows how to find its way down there. Come on, see, and it's available. Power of God unto salvation is the power of God unto your deliverance. If you're going to come out of it, it's going to take the power of God to do it. Come on, see? And listen, it ain't nothing but, and see, that's what makes it good news. Oh, glory to God. So he said, for it is the power of God
Unto salvation. To everyone that believeth.
You got to believe it.
That's it. That's the only way the power gonna work. Come on.
It ain't gonna, see. He can do exceeding, abundantly, above all that you can ask or think. But it's according to the power that worketh in you.
Hallelujah.
He'll do it, but it's going to have to be according to the power that worketh in you. So he said, everyone that believes, he that believes in me shall not be made ashamed.
That's the word.
Come on here. See, now here's the problem. See, believing, it encompasses waiting. See? It encompasses not seeing things, but I believe. Come on. See, now, let me show you what I'm talking about. Now, if somebody blew a horn out there, You hear me? Boom! And somebody told me, say, oh, that's a whistle. That's a whistle. No, that ain't no whistle, that's a horn. Well, how do you know? Because I know the sound of a horn. See? Well, I say it's a whistle. Well, you say what you want to say, but I know the sound of it. And I believe that I'm right. I believe that's a, see. So I can't see it. Well, even when you're in the car, you can't see the horn. You back that thing and at that bump, you can't see it, but you hear it. And ain't nobody can tell you it didn't blow. Right. Come on. So that's where it is with faith. You got to believe what you can't. Listen, the Bible answers this question. He said, hope that is seen is not hope. For what a man sees, why does he yet hope for it? But if you hope for that you see is not, then you do hurry up. All right then. I'll tell the curve on you. You do with patience, wait for it. Why? Because listen, I believe it's coming. And so, and the only way I'm going to know whether it's going to come or not, I got to wait on it. He didn't promise it. See, we like that God that shows up.
Yes, sir.
Right on time.
Yeah, right now.
See, yeah, right now, Lord. I tell you, come on. See, see? Now, there's a scripture that says, before you call, I'll answer.
All right.
See? But now, and while you yet speaking, I'll move on your, but now he didn't say when.
Right.
You're right about it.
See, we put that part in our mind before he said, before you call, I'll answer. See, come on. See? So when we call, we expected to.
Yes, sir.
But now, he never promised that. But he did say he would.
Right.
See? Now, if he's answered before you call, how do you know when he got started? See? And it's some kind of thing that already happened. It just have to manifest itself.
That's right. That's right.
You ever hit your hand or bump you see, and it numb the place where you are. See? So it should happen, but then reality don't set in until the feelings start coming back in. But it already happened 5 minutes ago, 10 minutes ago, but it numbed it when it happened. But now when the feelings start coming back in, oh, glory to God, see? So that's where it is, with God, see? Sometimes God he done already moved, but it takes time for it to manifest itself.
That's right.
Woo, glory to
That's
God.
right.
See? So Paul said, I'm not ashamed because it is the power of God unto salvation. But look, it's not to everybody. It's just to those that believe it.
Yes.
The two thieves on the cross, they were up there with Jesus. The Bible said that the people down at the foot of the cross, they were making fun of, and then one of them railed on Jesus, said, if you really the Son of God, if you really who you say you are, get yourself down and get us down from here. Right. But the other thief said, now you gonna say that, gonna gonna accuse him and see, talk to him like that. We up here because we deserve to be up here. This man here ain't done nothing. See? But listen, even though he up here with us, and he looks just as helpless as we do, but I'm gonna cast my lot with this helpless Jesus. Even though he's nailed to the cross and they done beat him and he looks terrible, got a crown of thorns on his head and all of that. In other words, he messed up in a lot of ways worse than we are. But I'm gonna cast my lot with him. I believe he's just who he says he is. And to prove it, Lord, when I come into thy kingdom, remember me. Oh, glory. Everyone that believes, listen, you don't have to go by how I look. I might look like I'm beaten, I might look like I'm defeated, but listen, the question is, do you believe? So he said, I'm gonna believe that you're just who you say you are. When you come into your Lord, when you come into your kingdom, remember me. Jesus told him, say, listen, this day thou shalt be with me in paradise. All because of what? Because he believed. You don't know what'll happen if you dare to trust him. Come on here, see? And quit trying to intimidate God. See? Because listen, you can't intimidate him. All you can do is humble yourself and believe him. Lord, I don't understand how this is going to happen, but I believe you would. I believe that you're able to do that do the impossible. This looks hopeless. But because of who you are, I'm going to cast my lot with you. I'm going to keep right on believing. Even the Bible said that Abraham, against hope, he believed in hope. When it didn't look like it was nothing to hope for, he hoped. See, because hope don't, it's not hinged on condition. Faith is not hinged on condition. Situations don't dictate whether faith is genuine or not. Faith is still faith because it's a part of God. I read somewhere one time where this guy said, he said, listen, even if I wound up in hell, I still believe in God. That's how strong his faith was. See, even if I wound up in hell. See, we just believe him to not go to hell. But he said, listen, I believe him even in hell. Whoa! Help me with this thing here. See? Come on, see? So he said to everyone that believeth, and listen, to the Jew first, and also to the Greek. Yes. See? To the Jew first, and also to the Greek. Now let's look at Acts chapter 27, and what I said, verse 20
24
through 24.
And when neither sun nor stars
all right,
in many days
appeared,
and no small tempest lay on us, all hope that we should be saved was then taken away.
All right.
But after long abstinence, Paul stood forth in the midst of them and said, Sirs, ye should have hearkened unto me, and not have loosed from Crete, and to have gained this harm and loss.
All right.
And now I exhort you to be
even though things looking bad, things looks hopeless, but I exhort you
to be of good cheer.
To be of good cheer.
For there shall be no loss of any man's life among you, but of the ship.
How in the world can you be exalted you're in a storm, and it don't look like you're going to make it anyhow, and then he tell you to be encouraged, ain't nothing going to be lost but the ship. How can you make it in a storm without a ship? See? I remember I read that one time, so look like he could have left that part off. But listen, that's part of the word. You can't, you got to eat the whole roll. See? You can't take the part that sounds good and feel good and leave the rest of it. See? You got to, see? Now, I exhort you to be of good cheer.
There shall be no loss of any man's life among you, but of the ship. For there stood by me this night.
And this is why I'm saying that.
The angel of
God. The angel of God stood by me this night, who I am.
And whom I serve.
Not the angel. I don't belong to the angel. But the angel of God who I belong to stood by me this night.
Saying, fear not.
Fear not, Paul.
Thou must be brought before Caesar.
I'm on my way to Rome. Hey, glory to God. See, I've been wanting to go, and this is part of my trip. See, so I can't go down in the sea and go to Rome too. Fear not, Paul.
Thou must be brought before Caesar.
It ain't no way in the world I'm going down. My desire was to go to Rome, and God is, every time I intend to go, He always sent me somewhere else. But I'm on my way. And then to get out here and get in a storm, and then the enemy trying to make it look like I ain't gonna make it this time, but God sent an angel. In a storm, He sent an angel. When the weather was bad, He sent an angel. When things were dark, He sent an angel. Glory. And He didn't steal the storm, but He gave me some news that would not only steal me, but steal those when I tell you. Now look here. First he's in the Philippian jail. And they sang praise unto God and the prisoners of it. See, now here he is on a ship. And the Bible said there's a 276 men. And Paul tells those men, be of good cheer. We gonna make it. The ship gonna be lost, but we gonna make it. Listen, you know what? See, that's why I told you this now earlier. You not only got to love God, but you got to love His word too, because they're inseparable.
Yes, they are.
And listen, and I told y'all this a while back that if you're going to trust God, count on looking a little foolish. See? Who ever heard of surviving, even if it ain't no storm? Who ever heard of surviving in the sea with no ship? And even if I believe it, do I have enough nerve to tell some mofo that don't know what I know? Oh, help me with this thing here. But the angel said, he told me God told him to tell.
That's it.
So I don't know how it's going to happen. I ain't trying to figure that out. I'm going to just go by what God said. I'm going to leave the details up to Him. Glory to God. See, he's in control of this thing. He could have stopped the storm, but He didn't. So if He permitted the storm to come, listen, He knows. And then He told me I'm going to Rome. The one thing I know is this. I can't drown and go to Rome at the same time.
Amen.
That's it.
Now, I don't know how he's going to work it out. But I do know this. If he said I'm going to Rome, he told me, don't fear, I'm going to Rome. See, now, you got to know that the devil showed up. How the world are you going to make it? How the world are you going to make it without a ship? And then he convinced 276 men that they going to make it.
That's it. Amen.
Lord, I tell you, we need help.
Yes, we do.
We need help. See, soul down and going to hell, and yet we got testimonies and listen, and they ain't converted nobody. Somebody needs to know about this God that you serve that can do anything but fail. Somebody needs to know about these hopeless situations you've been in and God brought you out of. And somebody needs to know that, listen, I'm going through, but listen, God is sustaining me. He's keeping me day by day. See, and listen, when I ought to be frowning, I got a smile on my face. Hey, glory to God. When my voice ought to be weak, it's stronger now than it ever was. When Jesus was on the cross, listen, the Bible said just before he died, he cried with a loud voice. When he should have been so weak, you couldn't have heard him above a whisper. But he cried with a loud voice. I'm going to show you that after all I've been through. After all I've been through, I still got strength. I'm still encouraged. I'm still able to magnify him in what I've, after all I've been through. Oh, glory to God. So it said,
Paul, thou must be brought before season. And lo, God hath given thee all them that sail with thee.
Read.
Wherefore, sirs, be of good cheer. For I believe God that it shall be even as it was told.
I don't know how he gonna do it. But I believe God. That is even like it was told. I believe it. See, when you believe a thing, really believe it, you convince somebody else. It's something about that thing. That was saying that come from the heart reaches the heart. It's something about the way. They tell it. It lets you know that it's real. That is actually the truth. That this is something I can latch on to here. You know, as I told y'all when that was Sunday, I said when Paul was preaching, you know, and this lame man never walked in his life. And the Bible said when Paul looked at him, you could tell he was stirred by that gospel. And know that he had faith to be healed. Paul just told him, said, stand up on your feet. The Bible said he jumped up. See, when he knew anything, he probably already up on his feet. But that thing had it. I tell you, this thing will get you. This word is powerful. Woo, glory to God. That's why you got to be careful. Sometimes when you're in the supermarket, you can't dwell on too long. You get this around that glory. I told you about this man was in the hardware store that time. I went to get some plumbing fixtures. Man, he walked around there quick and going. But old man that was on there, he didn't know what was going on. He had them glasses down on his nose, and he was looking and he was following everywhere the man goes. See, he had the power, but see, he must have nobody there to tell him. The spirit is subject to the prophet.
That's right.
And next thing I know, he done wound up over there by me. Hey, God, I'm gonna do something with you. I had some fixtures. I had laid them in the what's called. He asked me to do. He gonna do it without me. I went on back home, and I go back later. After the police have come got him or something. He ain't finna. Out of all the people in the store, he don't wind up over there by me. Come on. If God want to do something there, he ain't gonna do it with me. My pastor taught me, you just don't shout everywhere you get at. You know, you can't go around acting strange. He goes, see, that old man, he got me, and boy, he had his teddy bear sitting on the nose, boy. Everywhere that guy went, whoa, glory to God, see. But that thing had it. Come on, see. But listen, y'all, you got to know how to control it too.
That's right. That's right.
Come on here.
Right.
See? Come on, Sister Peter.
But therein is the righteousness of God revealed from faith to faith.
For therein is the righteousness of God revealed
From faith
from faith
to faith.
for therein what? It is in the gospel. Is the righteousness of God revealed. If you're going to find out what God is like and find out really who God is and learn things about God, you got to get in this word. See? Search the scripture. For in them you think you have eternal life, and they are they with what? Testify of me. And then Jesus said this, he said, when he, the Spirit of truth, is come, he going to abide with you forever. He going to lead you in the God in all truth, and he going to bring to your remembrance whatsoever I said unto you. Now listen, if you ain't done no word reading, he ain't said nothing to you.
All right.
This is how he talk.
That's it.
So if he ain't said, if you ain't read, the Lord is my shepherd, and I shall not want, he can't bring it to your remembrance because you ain't never read it.
That's right. There you go.
Come on, see. He can't, if you ain't never read, in my name shall they cast out devils. They shall speak with new tongues. They shall lay hands on the sick, and the promised book they shall recover. If you ain't read it, he can't bring it to your remembrance.
Right.
But if you read it, then when the time comes, he'll bring it to your remembrance. See, he'll remind you of it. See, come on, see, that's where and see, he'll let you know. Listen, you got the power right at your disposal.
Amen. Amen.
God will honor this.
Yes, he will.
You don't have to do what I say, but you got to do what this says.
That's right. Amen.
So if I quote the scripture as it's written, God has got to back it up. Now I can't tell him when, and I can't make him do. But once I put it out there, he got to respond.
Amen.
The Bible says after many days, Paul and them going with after many days, then God responded. When it seemed like all hope was gone, God responded. Have you ever waited look like it just wasn't gonna happen? You know, I prayed, Lord, and look like things are getting worse instead of getting better.
All right.
See, but you got to know this. I know he heard me. Yeah, glory to God. And sooner or later, he gonna answer. See, that's where my hope is that sooner or later he gonna answer.
Yeah.
See, God is the only one that can do it. He can look at a situation and it keeps deteriorating.
All right.
Keep getting worse. And keep getting worse. See, but God knows exactly how low he gonna let it get. He knows exactly how bad he gonna let it get.
Right.
And listen, and he knows good well, listen, when I move, it don't make no difference how bad it is, it's gonna get better. I heard my pastor say something one time. He said, look, sometimes when you're waiting on it, it look like the bottom is falling out. He said, God will do one or two things. He'll either stop you from falling or you'll move the bottom down. One way or another, listen, if you believe, he ain't going to let you be made ashamed.
That's the word.
So Paul said, he didn't try to explain to them guys, to the men, how it was going to happen. He said, sir, in this, I believe God that it's going to be just like he said. I don't know how it's going to be, but I believe it's going to be just like he said. See, and listen, just as sure as he going to take me to Rome, if he take me to Rome, he going to take y'all with him. So I'm sure I'm going to Rome. So I'm just as sure that y'all going, because I've given every man, I've given you every man that sails with you.
All right. All right.
Paul was the president.
Yeah.
See? Not I've given you to every, I've given them to you. Can you picture one man, a prisoner, controlling 276 men that should have been so scared till they don't want to hear nothing? And Paul tells them to be a good, and then he goes on down further there, and he tells them, he said, listen, you've been 14 days, you hadn't eaten nothing. Get you something to eat.
Right.
How can you eat in a stone? Y'all, come on. How can you gonna tell me about eating and look like we're gonna drown? Since you say the ship gonna be lost, I'm wondering what's gonna happen when the ship break up. But they ain't worried about that. Paul and the Bible said when Paul took food and blessed it and went to eating, then they were of good cheer. Sometimes, listen, the thing ain't got no better because they're waiting to see how you gonna respond. See, sometimes things ain't changed because they're watching you to see how you gonna react.
So true.
Since you're supposed to be the one, to stick in the water, you know I told y'all about that. I read that about this young lady that go set this to pack water, and she put a stick in there, and God was gonna be the gentleman and help her with the pail of water. He said, you got a stick in there. I said, yeah, I know it. So why you put the stick in there? He said, have to give the water some balance, so it don't all spill out, in the process when I'm toting it. If I don't put that stick in there, it gives some stability. See, that's what God done with us. He saved us and put us in this world.
Yeah.
Come on here, see, and we're the stability.
Yeah. Thank you.
Come on, see, if you in a situation you the only one saved, you the stick.
Yes, I am.
Ah, I feel like running here now. Come on, see, you the balance in that bag. So you can't afford to get shaky because you the one that's going to keep everything calm. If you getting shaky and the situation already shaking, then it ain't got no control at all. So I've got to stay steady. I'm the stick that gives it balance. Come on, see, I'm the one that keeps the thing from it might be say who I am, who God, see, I can control this situation. See, Paul was the stick in the stone. See, everything else was turbulent. Paul was the calm in the midst of the storm. He was the anchor for 276 men. All because he believed the word that was said unto him. What you gonna do? In a turbulent situation, what you gonna do? We got more words here than Paul had then. And that was enough to keep him calm and everybody around him. What about you in your situation? But you can't go around, Lord, and you know I live for you and I do all I can, Jesus. And I don't understand why this have to be. And I need you to bind this devil down. I need you to come. What's up? Come on, Sister Peter. Let's get through here. Y'all don't laugh.
For therein is the righteousness of God revealed from faith to faith, as it is written.
As it is written.
The just shall live by faith.
Documented. It's written.
The just
shall
live by faith.
If you gonna please God.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
If you gonna please God. You're going to have to believe. Because without faith, it's impossible to please. See? So, since I'm just, then I'm going to take him at his word. The just shall live by faith. The just. See? Now look what it says up. Look what it says up above there again in verse 16.
For I am not ashamed of the gospel of Christ, for it is the power of God unto salvation to everyone that believeth, to the Jew first, and also to the Greek.
To the Jew first. So listen. Since I'm the one that this thing has been introduced to first, then I'm the one ought to be the one that's determined to believe it.
That's right.
Well, so true. It came to the Jew first. See? Then to the Greek. And to the barbarian. See? So I've got to be an example in this thing. See? So it says the just shall live by faith. The just shall live by faith. It's written, it's documented that, listen, if I'm going to succeed in this thing, it's going to have to be what? By faith. See? I'm gonna have to walk, but I can't see where I'm going. Because I'm walking by what? Faith. See, we walk by faith and not by sight. So I ain't just walking. I ain't just walking when I can see. I got to keep walking even when I can't see. Because I'm walking by faith. That's what God told the children of Israel. Say, listen, speak to the children of Israel and tell them to go forward. Now here's when the water situation is again. See, they in a storm with Paul and them with a boat. Israel got a water situation and no boat. But speak to the children of Israel and tell them, go forward.
That's it. That's right. Ah.
Well, where we going to go? Go forward.
Yeah.
The sea is ahead of it. Go forward. And the Bible says that when they started, he told Moses, he said, what? He said, lift, stretch out your rod over the sea. But listen, when they started walking, the Bible said that the sea silent. These people coming toward me. They obeying the word. The command from God is go forward. And listen, they coming. They ain't got no ship. They ain't got no ways of no bridge building or nothing. But here they come. But listen, they were coming, but the word of God was coming with them. The Bible said that the sea saw. Glory to God. See that? I got to get out of the way. Why? Because here comes the word of God. Hey! Oh, somebody ought to shout glory here. When you walking by faith, you walking in His word.
That's good.
And listen, and everything got to obey the word. The Bible said that the sea. This ain't just some people coming. This is the word. Because they've been commanded, go forward. So I've got to do what needs to be done to make way for them. So the Bible said that the sea. Isaiah said he'll make the crooked way straight.
That's what he said.
And he'll make the rough way smooth. And the valleys he'll exalt them. And the mountains shall be made, will be brought low. Everything works according to the word of God. That's how it exists. See, we forget that. Everything works by the word of the Lord. Ain't nothing outside of His word. So now listen, if God created it, He ought to be able to control it. Oh, I got to quit. The Bible said in verse 18. Now let me show you this, and then I'm gonna be through.
For the wrath of God is revealed from heaven against all ungodliness and unrighteousness of men who hold the truth in unrighteousness.
In other words, I know what's right, but I'm gonna do wrong anyhow. See? Yeah, I know I'm supposed to be faithful, but I'm tired. Yeah, I know I'm supposed to love my enemy, but you don't. But they treated me dirty. Yeah, I know I'm supposed to bless them that curse me and pray for them that despitefully use me, but I just can't right now. I'm too hurt. Come on here. I know the Bible said if my enemy hunger feed, but I can't feed that rascal right now. Come on. I just can't. See, Paul in the truth of God. So here's what happens. Stand up, Brother Woodfall. See, holding the truth of God, in other words, I'm holding the truth captive. See, truth want to obey God. But listen, I'm hurt now. I can't obey God now. I can't let you bless them now. Oh, glory to God. See, you got to wait till the Lord deliver me. You got to wait till, oh, come on here. So I'm holding truth captive while I have my pity party. Yeah, I know you said you give me peace that'll surpass my understanding, but I'm disturbed right now because this news upset me. Just wait till I calm down. You know, the truth said we need to get this done now.
Amen.
Well, look, you need to forget about your feelings and obey the word. Well, the Bible said when you act like that, you get yourself in trouble with God. See, because I'm closing, but it's all here in the gospel. Love your enemy. Bless them that curse you. Pray for them that despitefully use you and persecute you. See? If ye abide in me and my words abide in you, ask what you will in my name, and I do. It's all. Give and it shall be given unto you good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over shall men give it. It's all. So now you can't pick out what I want now. You know, pick around this and and that. No. Love the enemy. You just stay quiet. To compare you to go 1 mile, go to no. I ain't trying to hear that now. See. Paul said, I'm not ashamed of none.
Glory to God.
If God said it, then I'm proud of it. I love it because he said it. And because of that, I'm gonna be found trying to obey it. Because of what? I love it. It doesn't feel good all the time, but it's God's word. It came from a loving God. Is that all right? Oh, bless his name, bless his name, bless his name. We had some more scripture, but that's enough. That's enough. I'll need a convention.
Beautiful word.
All of this. Come on, give him a hand clap. Give him a hand clap. Oh, this gospel just the way it is. Old lady wives to go preach and say, well, I tell you, I love when Evangelist Petrie comes, say, he can't preach it too tight for me. Come on. Mother Johnson said, she threw that towel, handkerchief on her head, said, whoopee. Yeah, sweetheart, I know it's tight, but it's right. But we got the man should not live by bread alone, but by what? Every word that proceeds out of the mouth of God. Give him another hand. Father, I thank you tonight for this word that you sent to help us, God. Thank you for the courage and the strength to teach this word and the understanding. And the thing that you've shown me in the process, and I pray that we've all, Lord God, saw some things differently. see some things differently, that we're willing to accept what you say, regardless of the circumstances. Bless these tonight that heard this word on tonight. God, as it go out over the airways tonight, bless those that would listen and take heed in the name of Jesus. We know, God, that listen, you said you watch over your word to perform it. Whatever you said, you will do it. If you spoke it, you will make it good. Thank you again tonight for this word. Bless it as it go out over the airways and make it a blessing to those that do listen. In Jesus' name. Thank you for it. Amen. God bless you.